Why you shouldn't read the Manga Bible from Genesis to Revelation by Zico. Normally I'm very keen into learning about religion, and this may be because I'm not religious myself. That's not to say I'm an atheist. I do not believe in God per se, but I do believe in life after death. Whether or not that life is chosen or something you choose through your own beliefs, I don't know. And in the end, me, you, or anyone else doesn't actually know. And it's a question that people seek out answers to as to whether or not there is, and what guidance or religious beliefs you should choose moving forward. And yes, I know there's a lot more to religion besides the afterlife. And I'm not some random outsider that never had experienced religion myself. From birth, I was baptized into the religious belief of Christianity, but later down the road I found myself keener to the beliefs and ways of Buddhism. But now I'm at a point in my life where I have chosen to neglect all direct religious beliefs or guidances and trying to make my own path by reading, learning and exploring different beliefs, topics and philosophies to see what suits my moral principles and beliefs the best. Which brings us to this Manga Bible and why it totally sucks. When I first started reading this, I was really open-minded. I thought, this is a manga that's trying to portray a thoroughly in-depth stories and trying to summarize the narrative of the Holy Bible within only 200 manga pages. Of course, it does not provide all the stories that's within the Bible, but as they describe it, its intent is to provide a helpful first step toward reading the Bible. Hence, its intent is of course to make people want to know more about Christianity and maybe using some proselytism in order to change people's perception and maybe convert religion. I don't know. But one thing I do know for sure is that it does a very poorly attempt in doing so. First of all, I do not think this book was intended for adult people. I do think this was a way to cater towards a younger audience by making this a manga with a bunch of drawings. But here they fail even worse. I mean, have you seen these drawings? What is this? Can this even be characterized as a manga? This looks like early sketches from Eiichiro Oda's infamous One Piece. The drawings are so unappealing, and what's even worse is the text. There's so much text and explanation on each and every single page. It's not bubbles of text from our protagonists, but a narrative speaker that won't be quiet for just a single page and let me draw my own conclusion as to what's happening. And why is that? Well, that's because none of these imageries are giving you any clear indication as to what you actually are reading. And that's why the narrator is so continued, so daunting, and throws so many lines of dialogues into the pages, because otherwise you wouldn't understand anything as to what's going on with these stalled imageries where nothing is happening. To be fair, this doesn't even look like a manga at all. If anything, it's a bad drawn comic book, so why do they call this a manga since it does not have any of the inspiring drawing qualities that I have fallen in love with in regards to manga design. It feels like the author just stripped away anything that's related to the manga art style that can be expected from Japan, and oh, it all makes sense now. Now, don't get me wrong, of course there exist great illustrators outside of Japan, and I'm sure some people will enjoy Zico's simplistic lines of drawing as well. It just bothers me because, seeing as this is probably catered toward younger teen or kids, why not make it a little bit more intriguing? And now you may say, well, what did you expect from a 200-page manga? It's not like it's possible to fulfill the entirety of the Bible within such few pages. And no, that is true. But tell me, why the author didn't just split the manga up in multiple volumes then? He has done plenty of other Bible-related mangas, so what's the problem? Also, throughout my read, I discovered people swearing and using modern slang, and if that's not a way to try and cater towards the younger audience, I don't know what is. What I have grown accustomed to from other authors cannot be said here. Not in regards to the narrative storytelling or drawings, it's just bad in every single way. And if anything, I dare say it succeeds in catering people further away from the Bible and not the other way around. It feels more like the author have created this manga in hopes of making a quick buck than actually trying to portray a good religious story.
Hey, Pope, talk to me. No one's watching us. Give me
money.
Hey, I said give me
money.
I just want an
money.
So yeah, I don't have much more to say. This is my take on the Manga Bible. A story that tries to be simplistic in regards to its storyline, It succeeds in giving us a clear timeline of the different events that occurs throughout the Bible, but fails in capturing the reader's interest through bad narrative and boring art style. Nevertheless, if you think you could go get a good read out of this, feel free to do so. This is solely my opinion, and it's clearly not shared all across the board, with Goodreads community reviews giving it an averaging score of 3.64 out of 5. But some of these reviews are from people who have never ever read a manga before, and some of the reviewing critiques are just absurd. But again, that's just my opinion. If you want to read a good adaptation, religious stories, go read the comics Valhalla by Peter Madsen about Norse mythology. Amazing artwork, amazing storytelling, and it's catered towards all age groups. If you have reached the ending of this video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and yeah, have a good one.